So there's been a lot of talk about the Airbnb bust, and I have to admit, as someone who was launching and preparing to launch an Airbnb when this myth came out, I was so nervous. I made some investments to get this Airbnb up and going, and then I'm starting to see Airbnb bust popping and coming up literally as I'm about to put my Airbnb live. So now it is 2.5 weeks later since I've been on Airbnb. And so I want to share my experience. I'm going to talk about what the Airbnb bust is and really like what I think about it from my vantage points as someone who recently launched an Airbnb. Let's get into it. So first of all, what is this Airbnb bust that everyone is talking about? So here it is. I looked it up. I'm going to read it and I'm going to share what this is. An Airbnb bust is basically the rumors that Airbnb is going out of style, or it is not getting as many bookings, or it's basically on its way out and it's not a good investment anymore. And the first thing I thought was, okay, as someone who frequently travels and stays in Airbnbs, this is probably coming from someone who had a bad experience or a host who's not getting good bookings. But the fact that it got retweeted 50,000 times let me know, okay, let's look into this. So according to the numbers, Airbnb was as high as it's ever been in Q2 of 2022, and they significantly outperformed the rest of the travel industry. So that tells me that these are more so rumors and conversations, but it's also coming from personal experience. So I wanted to do some digging for my own self. And according to research, the numbers from the latest earnings do show that in the second quarter of this year, we're talking 2022, the company's booked nights and experiences were higher than in any quarter in the company's history. The numbers also show that 75% of newly activated and bookings listings were snatched up by travelers in the second quarter of that year, faster rates than they were the previous year. But, big but disclaimer, those numbers alone may not satisfy everyone because since the second quarter of last year, the economy has shifted significantly. Interest rates are way up as inflation, and the housing market has slowed down. And so we have to talk about the fact that Airbnb is closely tied to two industries, travel and hosting, in the housing market. So Airbnb is in a sort of peculiar place because unlike hotels, they're also competing with the real estate, realtor, housing market. And so you have to consider those things. And the housing market has gone through some shifts. There's talk of a recession, economic downturn. And so there's a lot of factors that's playing a part into why some people may be experiencing an Airbnb bust. Now that I've explained what the Airbnb bust is and why people are saying there's an Airbnb bust, again, now let's talk about my experience, because that's why you're here. You want to see what I've experienced, what I've learned, and I'm going to share. And so leading up to the Airbnb, I'm going to do a separate video that talks about what it was like to prepare, all the steps I took, because I know some people do want to start an Airbnb. And so leading up to doing the Airbnb, I was hella nervous because I had put money into this. It wasn't my own money. Now, we do OPM over here. I have to do another video to talk about OPM, other people's money. That's a whole other video for a whole other time. So, all that to say, even though I used OPM, I still guaranteed OPM on my own personal financial and credit information. So, I still was nervous because it still was a risk, and I'm very, careful about how I spend what I spend. And I'm on a path to retire early and be financially free in about 8 years. So everything that I do now has to directly line up with what I want to do. And I say 8 years, but realistically, I'm probably going to get it in like 4 to 5 years based off of my goals. I always set a goal that's like realistic, and then I set a goal that's like a little bit further away from it just in case. So my just in case goal is like 7 to 8 years. But really, I believe that I can accomplish it in like 4 to 5 years based off of where I'm going. Anyway, back to the point. So leading up to the Airbnb launch, I was nervous. I put some money into it, and you never really know if it's gonna go well. And so I put it live, and getting it live, I had I think it's called a Superhost. I have to double check and look at. Actually, let me just search right now. had an Airbnb mentor, and it was called the Ambassador Program. And so I was assigned an ambassador through a program here in Atlanta that I got accepted into. And so the ambassador helped me figure out what I needed to do to get my Airbnb live. So we worked on a lot of different things. She talked to me about how to make sure I have the right things set up in each room, what type of pieces are essential versus what's optional, what will make my Airbnb stand out, different things like that. So we had those conversations, and every step of the way she was available. And so my ambassador helped me get everything live. I mean, I was scrambling, like even to the very last guest was about to check in. So let's talk about when I actually went live on my Airbnb. So first, they make you wait 24 hours before it's viewable to the public. So once you press publish, they'll say, okay, in 24 hours, your Airbnb will be live. For the next 24 hours, I want you to double check and make sure everything is right. So you go over your pricing, you go over your scheduling, you go over your listing, you go over your photos, you go over your locations, your amenities. You make sure everything is how it's supposed to be. And then in that 24 hours, they also make recommendations. Like after that 24 hours, I was out to eat with a friend. Literally my phone ring, like a ring came up. And I'm like, I look at this Airbnb, mind you, it's an hour after it went live, and I had a booking request. And so here's the funny story. When I put my Airbnb live, I only had 5 photos because the decor wasn't ready yet. I put it live, but I blocked off a 2-week period to give me 2 weeks to finish the decor. I put it live because I know that people book in advance, and I had all the essentials that were ready to put it live. And my Airbnb ambassador said, hey, just put it live. I know you don't have everything ready, but just put it live and put a few pictures. So in my mind, I'm like, let me just put it live. I'm gonna put the Airbnb live. I don't expect any bookings. Mind you, I don't even have pictures of the bedroom. I don't have pictures of the dining room. I don't have pictures of anything but the living room, the kitchen. Yeah, just the living room and the kitchen. I didn't have any of the bedrooms. I think I had one snapshot of the bathroom. That's it. No bedrooms, no I had a laundry room. None of that stuff was on the Airbnb, but it was in the listing and it was in the description. So I put it, sometimes it can be a perfectionist. And so I said, don't be a perfectionist. You have the essentials, you have your beds, you have everything you need. Even though you're not finished decorating, I was still waiting for a few more items to come in. I was like, just put it live. Your Airbnb ambassador is an expert. They know what they're talking about. Trust the expert. That was scary, but I put it live. After 24 hours, I'm out to eat, not even thinking about it. Boom, I get a request. Hey, I don't see pictures of the bedroom, but I want to book. I'm like, why do you want to book if you don't see pictures of the bedroom? So at this point, I'm like confused because I'm excited, but I'm also like, if it was, I wouldn't even request an Airbnb that doesn't have pictures of the bedroom. So we are not the same. These people that are booking my Airbnb, we are not the same because they was just requesting. So the next day I get another request and another request. And so I'm getting these inquiries from people that are saying, hey, I want to book, but I don't see pictures of the bedroom. I don't see, can I get pictures of the bedroom? So I'm like, you know what? Let me take a picture from my phone. So part of the Airbnb Ambassador Program, they also do a professional photo shoot. So that wasn't even scheduled yet. Again, I wanted to wait until the professional photos came back, but people are like requesting to book. So I'm like, I thought we was in the Airbnb bus. What's going on? Again, I'm excited, but I'm nervous. So I'm trying to battle those two things. And so I was like, I just end up copying and pasting my response because everyone was asking the same thing. I got like 4 requests in a week of posting, going live. Again, I'm not even available for like 2-3 weeks, but I posted it live just to see, put it out there. So I ended up copying and pasting the same message. Hello, thank you for your interest in our booking. Right now we're waiting on a photographer to come and take photos. You're welcome to book, or if you want, I can send you pictures from my phone of the bedroom. I would send pictures of the bedroom and they would book. They would accept the request and they would book. So I got like 3 bookings without the photos of the bedroom. So that was the experience once I put it live. Now we're going to get into why we're all here. Why we all here. We're going to get into that, which is my earnings. So the Airbnb has been launched it's been live, available for booking, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's been available for booking for 2 weeks. Wow, that's insane. I felt like it was longer, but I think it's because of the prep time. from when I actually was available to book. It has been 2 weeks, but it's been 3 weeks since it went live. So it's been 3 weeks since it went live, and it's been 2 weeks that it's been available. I think I'm saying that right. I'll show you the dates. So I have my computer right here. I'm about to give y'all the deets. So let's get into this. So as you can see, we have guests that's booked. We have payments. It shows the date. So this is the month view. I'm going to go to Insights. So we're going to go to Insights, then Earnings. And there you have it, y'all. $2,009 so far. I mean, this is insane to me and amazing. I was not expecting this, but here we are 2 weeks in. I'm at $2,009. Like, unheard of. I mean, obviously it's heard of because you're hearing it from me, but this is incredible, honestly, and it really truly does feel residual because you kind of just set everything up and Airbnb does the rest. So it's pretty lucrative, and I'm already on track to become a super host, which is crazy because you need 4 criteria to become a super host, and I already met 3 out of 4 of them. I just need 7 more stays and I will officially reach super host in 3 months. That's insane how fast this is going. But again, I know this is just the beginning. It's only in 2 weeks that this has happened, so definitely want to come back. I'll probably do like a month update and then a 3-month update, a 6-month update, sharing the good and bad. But honestly, this is again super impressive, just seeing how everything is going. And even the booking rate is at 7%. A good booking rate is considered at 2%, but to have a 7% booking rate, this is insane. So yeah, even the reviews, they're all 5-star. I got 3 so far. But it's been nice. Everybody's been saying great things, and it's been an absolute pleasure. So we'll see how it goes. This is just the beginning. There's still a lot more to learn. I still have a lot more upgrades to do for my Airbnb, but so far, so good. No Airbnb bust for me. And if anything, I'm busting Airbnb, but nah, that was corny. I should have just left it at that.
Yeah, I know, I heard that. That's corny.
So that's my experience so far. I would say that the Airbnb is doing very great so far. So we basically booking a month out. January and February is considered like slow months here in Atlanta, so I don't really think that so I'm excited to see what it'll be like March, April, May, June, July, especially as summer comes out and people start traveling again.